All right, hello everyone. Welcome to another live stream here on Woo English. As always, we meet in another live stream, and I hope you are all doing great and you are ready to learn some English today from what's going on in Iran. I think a lot of you have been following what's happening in Iran, the protests, the unsettlement. A lot of people are out in the streets shouting, protesting, expressing their disagreement with what's going on in that country. And today we are going to take that and we are going to discuss it, try to understand what's happening, and at the same time, try to learn some English. So if you are watching this, wherever you are watching this from, welcome to Woo English, the number one channel on YouTube that teaches you English through a great stories. And when I say stories, I don't mean fiction. I don't mean imaginary stories. I mean texts that you can listen to, that you can read at the same time, that you can download on your phone for free. That will help you expose yourself to English and learn English the natural way. So, welcome wherever you are joining us from. Hello, Florent. Florent, hi. How are you doing? So, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I hope that you are ready to learn some English today. So, as I said, we'll talk about the situation in Iran, and we will take that to learn some English. Okay, so without further ado, I think we should go at the or first. Let me just ask a very small question. All right, before so let me expand this. All right, I think this is better. Um, do you follow the news? That's the first question I would love to start with. Do you follow the news? Do you often watch the news and see what's going on in the world, or you are? I'm good, Florent. Thank you so much. I'm good as well. I'm doing great. This is a new day. This is a new live stream, and this is a new topic. So, Florent, if I may ask you, what time is it in your place where you are watching us from? For example, right now, um, good, but I'm not able to speak. Wonderful. So, Mod, how are you doing? I think this is your first time watching us, right? If this is your first time watching us, and this is, by the way, this is a question that I get a lot. I can understand, but I cannot speak. And this is a problem in English that we call passive vocabulary. Is vocabulary you know because you can understand it, but you cannot use it. And I can give you a couple of exercises that can help you. But first, where are you? Oh, so you said you are from Sudan, and this is, I think, your first time watching us, I think. I can give you a couple of exercises that can help you with this problem. If you can stay with us, I just don't want to deviate from the topic of today's live stream, but I would love to help you as well. And as I said, I have a couple of exercises that I can suggest for you that will definitely help you solve this problem. But welcome. This is your first time. What are the rest of you guys? Um, Drop a hi in the chat. Let me see who is here. I am. It's always a pleasure to meet you all, to see who is watching these live streams, and it's always a pleasure also to be here in Kinshasa. Okay, so you are from Kenya? Is that it? Kinshasa, is that Kenya? Let me Google. I suck in geography. Sorry. Kinshasa. Okay, country. The Congo, I think. The Congo. Okay, Congo. Sorry. Okay. Now, by the way, Florent, well, I'm from Morocco, so I've been watching the matches of the can, and I see that guy who stays up throughout the matches, like the guy from Lumumba, I think he is. Yeah, capital of Congo. Yes. So I've seen that guy who impersonates Lumumba. Thank you very much, Maud. It's You are so welcome. What's your name, if I can ask? What's your name? Because your tag is very long. I don't know what's the name. So, what's your name? Lumumba, yes. I've been watching the guy, and I'm sorry for what happened to him. He was kind of humiliated in your last match, but I think you guys got some revenge with the Nigeria. They got you some revenge, and I was so happy to see that. That was very very impolite, to be honest. Okay, so let's go and see what we have today. So um, let's go to the first exercise. Okay. So first exercise. Okay, so this is what we will see today. We will talk about. So we'll have a little quiz about what you guys already know about Iran. We'll do a reading, a little reading, to understand the situation. We will also do the listening, and actually, the whole live stream today is based on our video that you will find here on Woo England. Let me share the screen with you. So you will find this is the video is 1 hour long. It's about Iran under pressure. It explains everything, and we are going to listen to a chapter today from this video so that uh, we will try to understand what's going on. So let me go back. So next one, we'll learn some vocabulary, learn some grammar, and then finally, in the end, we'll have a discussion. So I hope you are ready. I hope you maybe you have a pen and paper with you. That will be also very nice. If you are like the guy from Sudan who is struggling with speaking, this is my first tip for you. Try to speak with me today. Okay, I'm going to show you a text. Try to read it aloud. If you try to answer loudly, like with your voice, because this is the first step. The first step is for you to actually speak. Try to speak. All right. Even if you are just reading, you should read aloud. Don't just speak English in your mind. Okay. Don't just read English in your mind, because it will stay in your mind, right? So try to speak it aloud. Try to hear yourself speak in English. So let's go back. You're from Morocco. I hope you're good. Thank you so much. Me too. I really hope we can win, because Nigeria seems to be a very, very strong team. I've seen what they've done to Algeria, and I'm quite afraid of the same fate. So let's hope for the best. I think they are playing tomorrow. So we're gonna watch and we're gonna see. Okay, first one, share one piece of information you know about Iran. Share anything you know about Iran. Anything. Religion, history, politics, etc. So any piece of information you want to share with us about Iran, please do that in the chat. Share anything you know, because in the next slide I'm going to ask you some questions about Iran, so I would love to know what you already know about the country. Great, yes, thank you. And remind me of your name, please. The guy from Sudan, if you can remind me of your name. The guy from Congo is Florent. So what about you? Because I would love to call you by your name, but your name is very long. And also, I hope you are not in those places in Sudan affected by what's going on. And I'm sorry for what's going on in Sudan. That seems very very sad. Like what's going on, all the uh, civil war and all the crimes that are being uh, done in Sudan are just so heartbreaking. So, share one piece of information that you know about Iran. For example, if we take religion, we know that Iran is a majority Muslim country, and they are not Sunni Muslim like in Saudi Arabia or like in Morocco, in my country, but they are a majority Shia Sunni. So that's Shia Muslim. So that's a different sect. It's like Catholics and Protestants in Christianity. So it's like different groups in the same religion. They agree on the majority of things, but they disagree on many things. مدثر. Okay. That's مدثر. Okay. Or مدثر, I think. Okay. Okay. مدثر, I think from the Quran verse. All right. Now, that's a wonderful name. This is the first time I hear this name in Arabic. مدثر. Interesting. So, any pieces of information, guys, about Iran? If you can share it with us. Uh, whatever you know. For Muddathir, of course, you can speak it out loud. You can say, "Hey, I know that Iran is this." You can. It can be about their politics, about their place, where are they, about their religion, about whatever you. We'll be waiting. Since I've got no answer, so I'm gonna jump. So let's start with a quiz. Let's test your knowledge about Iran. The capital of Iran is Tehran or Baghdad. So which one is the capital of Iran? A or B? You can just write for me A or B in the chat, and that will be good. What is the capital of Iran? Okay, yes. It took me some time to get to get to the right pronunciation though. So A or B, which one is the capital of Iran? So of course, for people who are just joining, today we're talking about the Iran situation, what's going on in Iran, and we started with this little quiz just to think under Islamic Authority. Very nice, absolutely. Yes. So, for example, the Iran is under Islam Authority, and that's something that we are going to see here in this quiz. So, of course, the first one, I will use my pen here to answer this first question. So, I'll turn on the pen and let me change the question. So, of course, it's Tehran. That's the capital of Iran. Number one. Number two, has the United States ever intervened in Iran before? So, intervene mean, did they ever take action? Did they ever do something in Iran before? Or the United States has never done anything with Iran, be it war or an attack or whatever. So Iran or the United States never intervened in Iran. Is this yes or no? Has the United States ever intervened in the capital of Iran is Tehran? Absolutely. I hope, Muddathir, that you are reading those words. Okay, read your answer. But your grammar is correct. Your sentence is very well written. Has the United States ever intervened in Iran? Do you remember something that happened between the United States or in Iran, or these two guys never talk to each other? They never do anything to each other. Which one is correct? Yes or no? A or B? The answer, of course, is B. The United States has intervened many times in Iran. The last time, if you remember well, was I think in June or July, last June or July, like 6 months ago, when the United States striked at night the main nuclear center in Iran. They bombed it, right? They threw some bombs on it. That was a very dangerous intervention, and thankfully, Iran did not respond. Let's look at the next one. Iran used to be an empire or a republic. Right now, I think they are kind of a republic. We will see what we call that. But what were they before? A republic means they have a president. A president. An empire means they had a king or an emperor. So which one is it? In the past, right now, they don't have, of course, a king or an emperor. But what did they have in the past? A king or a president? Marim. I think they changed the king, Reda. Yes, that was one problem they did. I struggle with the internet because of that. My message arrives to you very slowly. Are you? No, no, I do understand, of course. And your English is very, very nice. What do we mean by intervene? It was an empire, now republic. Marim, nice answers. Where are you joining us from? Very, very good. Okay, so let me go back because my friend Mudathir is asking intervened in Arabic. I'm gonna write it because I know you are an Arab person. It means tadakhala, right? Tadakhal. Did they ever take action? Let me write it in English. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, okay. So it means to take action. All right. So to take action against someone. Islamic empire, yes. So in the past, they used to be an empire, right? Uh, an empire, and also a kingdom, and they used to have a king. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they used to call a shah, and uh, that's where well, this is unrelated, but that's where the word checkmate comes from. Checkmate. It comes from the word Shah, right? Because that's the king for them. And believe it or not, it was the United States that changed the regime in the past. Okay, Iran now is what? A democracy, a theocratic republic. Uh, Theocratic means religious. All right. So what is Iran now? I'm from Iraq, and that's why I know everything about Iran. Very interesting. And I think, Marim, that you also, but sometime I can't express myself. Marim, so far you are expressing yourself so well. Thank you. Got the meaning now. Yes, thank you, Mudathir. Good. Mudathir, Marim, Florent, where did you disappear? But you guys are doing a great job so far. I'm really proud of you. Also, it's all by Malali system. I'm never known this. Can you explain it to me a little bit? Can you just give me like some explanation a little bit, even if it is in Arabic? Because I don't understand it. Ah, okay, okay. So you mean the Mola? Okay, okay. Now I think I get it now. The Mola, for example. Okay. So, is it a democratic or theocratic republic, A or B? What's the government? Sorry, I dropped my pen. What's the government system in Iran? A theocratic republic? Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So there is, yes, it's a theocratic republic, and we are going to explain that in a moment. Here is the explanation. Here is the explanation. Khamenei is Iran's what? Supreme leader or elected president? Who is this guy? We hear a lot about this guy on the news whenever we are talking about Iran. So who is this man? His name is Khamenei. But what does he do actually? Is he a supreme leader or is he the elected president? This guy, Iranian people voted for him, or he is a supreme leader? What's the deal with this man? Shia, but yes, a theocratic republic, exactly. So let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. So a democracy is a democracy. It's we vote, and so two people or more elect themselves and we vote for them no matter their religion, no matter, so based only on political beliefs, on their ideas. But in a theocratic republic, there is also a little bit of voting, but most of it is based on religion, right? It's focused on religion, and that's why we call it theocratic republic. It's a republic, meaning they have a president, but it's mainly controlled by religion. This then exercise or the question I'm waiting for you to give me your opinion on is what on earth is Khamenei's job? Is he a supreme leader? Is he an elected president? Is he a king? What the hell is he? Supreme leader, said Mariam. Yes, he is the supreme leader indeed. So this guy is a supreme leader. Uh, so basically, supreme leader, right? Supreme leader comes on top of the president. So they still elect a president. They still have a president, but the supreme leader is higher than the president, and the supreme leader is not elected. He is, I think, chosen by the previous supreme leader. I'm not sure about how the situation is for this one. I don't want to make some wrong statements about Iran's government, but all I know is that supreme leader is comes at the top, and he is mainly he is a religious leader, right? He is a religious leader. So religion comes first, and then politics, and that's why we call it a theocratic republic. A regime change in Iran was so before Iran. We said they had a king, and it's not elected anyway. But what we mean by supreme like high, highest leader. Okay, so there is a leader and there is a high leader. We call that a supreme leader. A regime change. A regime mean government. So Iranians were living their life, and then one country came to Iran and they changed the king. Was that the United States? Was that China? Which of these two countries was it? Which of these two countries was it? A regime change, USA. Of course. Of course, it was the United States. So, the United States, we asked this question before. They intervened a lot in Iran. They intervened a lot. They changed the regime. It's almost the same thing they are doing now in Venezuela, because in Venezuela now, the United States is trying to change the regime, change the king, change the president Maduro, and elect another president who, who is in good terms with the United States. I think this will be the last one. Oh no. Okay. The United States Iran tensions are mainly because. So why does the United States have problems, have so many problems with Iran? Is it because of Iran's nuclear program, or is it because of economic competition? Maybe they have the same market, maybe for oil or for whatever, and they are competing. So why is the United States the same in Iran? Because of oil? Absolutely, absolutely, yes. And that's, by the way, Marin, that's something we talked about. Uh, we talked about last session, last live stream. We talked about how the intervention of the United States in Venezuela is very similar to what happened in Iraq, because they made up a cause, they made up a reason, but the main reason is very clear to everybody. It's the oil. In Iraq, they said they have weapons of mass destruction. They found nothing, but they took oil and they took gold. And in same thing in Venezuela, they are talking about drugs, but it's quite clear that it's because of oil. And Uh, yeah, yeah, that's very clear. My friend Mudathir, it was not supported by China. China is an ally of of Iran, meaning they are friends, uh, but they are enemies with the United States. So it was the United States that changed the regime. Here, of course, it's because of their nuclear program. The United States is very afraid that uh, Iran will develop its own nuclear weapons, which they may be doing. And of course, the United States, as we all know, they like to be the only ones to have nuclear weapons so that they can always have the upper hand. Okay, so this will be the last question, and then we are going to do something else. Recently, many Iranians have been protesting, celebrating. What are Iranians doing? If we flip to a channel, if we flip to the channel that's Iran, a nuclear program, absolutely, absolutely, Mudathir, yes. Mudathir, one thing, please. Maybe it's the internet on your part, but can you please scroll to the end? Go to the end of this video. So pull that thing in the bottom, pull it to the end. Maybe that's the problem. So A or B? What on earth are Iranians doing these days? Are they protesting? Are they celebrating? Are they having fun? Maybe this is the new year and they are having some fun. So what are Iranians doing? If we flip the channel and go to Iran, what will we find them doing? So I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to think, though this needs no thinking. Okay, wouldn't be talking about it if it was not protesting, of course, protesting. So Iranians are protesting these days. Okay, so without further ado, let's go now and let's do a little reading. So we're going to read. I hope the text is clear. I hope it's clear for you guys. Otherwise, I can zoom in like a little more. So, but before, I would love to ask you to kindly subscribe if this is your first time watching this channel. Share this video with your friends if you know anyone who will benefit from our videos. And finally, don't forget to like. I would love for you to like the video right now before we go. Protesting against power, exactly. That's what they are doing now. So if you can please click the like button, it's I think down below you will find the thumbs up. If you can click on it, they are upset about how they live. That's part of the problem. I totally agree with you, but there are other things that they are protesting against, and this is what we want to learn today. So I hope you click the like button. We'll love to go and finish our reading. So let me put myself or make myself a little small. Let me hide this. So this is just so that you can see. All right, let me just. What if I do this one? What if I do this one? What if I do this one? Okay, this. Oh, no. Okay, let's skip this one. All right, so I'm going to read. You can read it with me out loud. Thank you so much, Mudathir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so um, I'm going to read it. If you don't understand any word, you can ask me and I will explain. People in Iran are protesting because prices for food and everyday goods are very high. This is the main reason, or the first thing. We call this in English a trigger. A trigger. A trigger. So normally a trigger is this. A trigger is what we find in a gun. All right. So this is a trigger in a gun. So it triggers. So if we say this is the trigger, meaning this is the cause, right? This is the main cause that started something. Because prices for food and everyday goods are very high, and life has become very hard for many families. The protest started as complaints about the economy. So it's in the beginning, it was just people complaining about the economy. People don't have enough money. The prices are very high. That's the beginning. But quickly grew into calls for more freedom and changes in how the government controls the country. So in the beginning, it started with prices, but then it moved to something more, which is freedom. People want more freedom because Iran, a theocratic republic, as we said before, controls a lot of things in people's life. For example, one of the things that many people, especially women, don't agree with is that the hijab is forced in Iran. And that's something that a lot of people don't agree with. Women are very active in the protests, and this is what I just said, because women are really affected by a lot of the laws that exist in Iran. Um, so, women are very active in the protests, especially against strict rules on dress and personal rights. So, women, especially in the beginning, as we said, everybody was not happy about the prices. The prices are very high, and I think this is something that exists all over the world now. Like the prices are very high in all the world. But then it changed to something else, which is that people are not happy about some rules, especially women, because women are mostly affected by some unfair rules about dress. The government is responding harshly. So, harsh meaning severely, right? Meaning very violently. So, severe. This is the meaning of harsh, severely, right? Using force. So this is what I just said. So force. There is a lot of violence. There is a lot of force going on, and arresting protesters while also limiting access to the internet. And this is a very, very bad thing to do as a country, is to limit access to the internet so that their voice does not go out. Okay, so that people in other countries don't know what's going on in Iran. Around the world, people are watching closely, uh, at least whatever we can get. The United States has warned, so the verb warn, meaning they said, hey, pay attention, we may come to you, and talked about possible sanctions. So sanctions in English are economic punishment. So a sanction on a country like Iran is when we stop giving them something or we stop buying from them so that we limit them economically. We call that in English sanctions. Sanctions. It's the same thing that was done with Russia. So Russia was sanctioned by the EU, by Europe. Sanctioned meaning they were punished economically, which makes the situation even more tense. In short, Iranians are demanding freedom, fairness or justice, and change. So Iranians now, they want change. They no longer like the situation in Iran, while the government tries to maintain control. So I hope that that was clear. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Um, they are struggling to live. Everybody is struggling to live these days, unfortunately. They want to be more freedom. You were right. Okay, like hardship, yes. So this is basically the. It's like this is a very small summary of the situation in Iraq. In Iran, sorry. The same they do in Iraq. What same thing? What same thing? You mean intervene? They mean they come to the country? Because most of the time, what happens most of the time is that some countries, some like Iran, for example, when people are protesting in the country, they say, "Well, this is America encouraging people to protest." It's always people from outside, from the other countries. But most of the time, it's just people are not happy. Okay, so let's work on one more exercise. Yes. So unscramble the word. I have a word here. Can you unscramble it? Meaning, can you put it in order? So the word I'm looking for means when people go to the street and show they are angry or unhappy. So what is the word? It starts with the P. So the P is the first letter. So P is the first letter. What's the word? Is when people go to the street and shout and sometimes burn even and scream and say things and express that they are not happy with the government. What is the word? I'm going to give you some time to think. What's the word that means when people go to the street to show they are angry or unhappy? So I'm going to share the word in a few seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to show the word. The word is protest. Oops. The word is protest. Next word. Oops, I didn't show the next word. Okay, so let me. Now we are going to go and listen. So we did a little reading, okay? We did a little reading, and so we read a little passage about what's going on in Iran, and now we are going to listen, right? So we are going to listen, and the listening will be done from our video on our channel, We English. The video was shared to the channel. So if you go and you search on our channel, Iran Under Pressure, you will find the video. We're going to listen to one chapter from the video, and that's chapter number 2. So let me fix this. Okay. All right. So let's listen to this chapter.
What happens when pressure meets hope? Chapter 2. The first sparks in the streets. The first signs were small, almost invisible. A shop closed early. Another did not open at all. Metal doors stayed down. Lights remained off. In the center of the city, people noticed. They whispered to each other. Something was changing. At first, it was not loud. There were no big crowds, only silence where noise was expected. For many years, shops were the heart of daily life. When shops close, it sends a message, not with words, but with absence. The reason was not secret. Prices were rising fast. Money was losing value. Every week felt heavier than the one before. Families counted coins more carefully. Parents skipped small pleasures. Some skipped meals. This pressure did not arrive in one day. It grew slowly, month by month, bill by bill. Then, one morning, people stopped waiting. A few voices spoke out. They did not shout at first. They asked questions. Why is life harder every year? Why does work feel useless? Why does tomorrow look smaller than yesterday? Others listened. Some nodded. Some joined. Soon streets filled with movement. Not chaos. Movement. People walked together. They talked. They shared frustration. This is how many
They do that sometimes, Mariam. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so Marian says, I mean, they let the Iraqi people suffer from the limits of food. That's what we call in English shortage of food. And they surrounded them. Yes, yes, that's basically what's happened. And also, sometimes, a lot of times, they use the protests as a pretext, as a cause to attack the country. They did this in Venezuela because Venezuela there were a lot of people protesting. They may do this in Iran. They did this in Iraq because they said, well, not only do they have weapons of mass destruction, but uh, they are, of course, oppressing people, oppressing Iraqi people. So there is always like a reason why they want to attack.
Protests begin, not with anger, but with recognition. I feel the same, someone says, and suddenly you are not alone. Students left classrooms, workers paused their jobs, shopkeepers stood outside closed doors, different lives, same pressure. The streets became a meeting place, not organized, not planned, just human. Some people held signs, others used their voices, many used silence. Silence can be powerful. It forces attention. Security forces watched closely. They did not move at first. They observed. This moment matters because there is always a line. Before the line, tension. After the line, conflict. No one knew where the line was. For the people, fear mixed with courage. For the authorities, control mixed with caution. Phones recorded short videos. Messages traveled fast. One street became many streets. This is another truth of modern life. Events move faster than decisions. What began in one place appeared in another. A city answered a city. A voice answered a voice. Some people stayed home. They watched from windows. They listened from behind doors. Not everyone protests in the same way. Some walk, some wait. But all feel the weight. As crowds grew, emotions changed. Hope appeared. So did fear. Hope says, maybe change is possible. Fear says, what will this cost? Both were present. The streets were not only about politics, they were about dignity, about being seen, about being heard. This is important to understand. When people speak about protests only as politics, they miss the human side. Most people do not wake up wanting conflict. They wake up wanting stability. But when stability disappears, people move. Authorities spoke about order. They warned against chaos. They blamed outside influence. Some believed
And this is what I said before. I said that mostly when, like, well, in Iran and in other countries, when people are protesting, they always say, "Well, it's not our people. There is another country pushing them from outside," as if people don't have their own opinion. So I think we will stop with the listening. Of course, you can listen to the whole video. It's 1 hour long. It gives you all the details about what you need to know about the Iran situation. Now, I would love to go and work on some grammar. And for today's grammar lesson, I want to focus on the present simple or the present continuous. Right. Let me see first what's going on here. Okay, so we're gonna do the present continuous, right? The present continuous, because this is something that's happening in present continuous. All right, and we want to learn because because the present continuous is about something happening at this moment, right now. And the Iranian protests are happening at this moment. So would love to learn a little bit about these tips. So let me share with you the other page. Okay. All right. So when we have a verb, so let's take a simple verb like the verb play. If we want to conjugate the verb play in the present continuous, well, in the present I say I play. I play. You play, he plays, she plays. But in the present continuous, like what are we doing right now at this moment? I should say I am playing. I am playing. Okay, so in the present continuous, we add the verb to be, and then we add verb plus ing. So can you tell me in the chat what should we say with you? So you what? What are we going to say? But Marin, we should always add the verb to be before, okay? Always the verb to be before. So what are we going to say? So I am playing. What are we going to say with you? You what? So the verb to be plus play plus ing. That's the formula of the present continuous. Let me take this a little bit up. So I am playing you. So what's the form of the verb to be with you? Of course, here we should say you. Very nice, Mariam. Absolutely. Absolutely. We should say you are playing. Very good. Yes, you are playing. Okay. What about he and she and it? What are we going to say in this case? She is playing wonderful. Wonderful, Mariam. You are doing a great job. So here we should say she is, he is, it is playing, and there is an ing that we should add in the end. Okay, perfect. So, yes, so now for the negative. Now, if I want to change these sentences into the negative, so this is the positive. Of course, for we, you, they, it's are playing. So we, you, they are playing. Now for the negative this time. So for the negative, I'm going to keep the same one. So it's the same. I should say I am. And then for the negative, I should only add I am not. I am not playing. You are not playing. He is not playing. She is, they are not playing. So this is for the negative. And for the question, I will try to copy this. Let me see if I can copy this. Okay. this away. Right, let's take this here. And for the question this time. So if I want to ask a question, let me take this away. Let me use the eraser. Okay. So for the question, I should say, oops. Okay. For the question, I take this and I take it here. Am I playing? Are you playing? Is he playing? Are they playing? So this is, so we simply inverse the I am, you are, the subject with the verb to be. So this is basically what we do. Who aren't, she isn't wonderful. Miriam knows her grammar so well. Cool. So now let's do one last exercise before we come to the end of this live stream. So let's practice what we have just talked about. So I'm going to give you a couple of sentences. So many people protest in the street. So what should we say? Many people protest in the street. So if you can write for me the number, question form, I just explained it, Mariam. Did you not see it? So for these sentences, can you put them in the right form? So let me, I think it's 4. Okay, I think I can stay in this corner. Let me try the other corner. Oh, are you playing? Very nice. Mariam, your grammar is spot on. Your grammar is so well done. Okay, so let me take you here and then we'll try to answer them one by one. So, first one, many people. So, many means they, okay? Means they. So, this is plural, they. It's like we say they. So, they, we should say are, and then protest plus ing, are protesting. Okay, so this is the answer for number 1. The government. The government is one, so it should be substituted with is, with it. So is listening. But since we have the negative form here, then we will add not here. Is not listening. So we add the negative after the verb to be. This is clear. Can't see the word, they are very small. What about now? What about now? Or you can flip your phone, maybe flip your phone like this. So if you are watching like this, flip it like this. But I hope now they are clear. I hope now they are clear. Otherwise, I can zoom in even more. Wait. So I can do like this. Oops, too much. All right. Okay. Prices. Prices again, they. So we should say, and since this is a question, the are should go here. Are they or are prices rising? So again, the verb rise, we will add ing to it. People, of course, they, so this is plural, are sharing. The police, well, the police, it can be it or it can be they. The police in English is what we call a group word. So the police can mean the department, which is one, or it can mean all the police officers, and that's they. So we can say the police is not stopping or are not stopping. Both are correct. Next one, the US. It's one US. So we should say, is the United States talking? Because it's a country. Some families, of course, this is plural, so are struggling. And the last one, the authorities are not allowing. And that's the exercise for now. Can see, so I hope that you could see this, the ones that I was doing now. So I think with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something about what's going on in Iran, some history of Iran. And for my friend Muddathir, who asked me in the beginning if there is any exercise, and this is for everyone who is struggling with the problem that they can understand but they cannot speak. One very nice exercise you can do is at the end of the day, you take your phone and you record yourself talking about your day. Just talk about your day, that's all. Today, I woke up at this time, I went here, I did this, I did that, I didn't do that, I couldn't do this. And this exercise helps you actually practice your spoken English about something that you can talk about. So we come to the end with this little suggestion.